Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So today in this video we will going to study about what is an operating system. So first of all, let's see the definition of an operating system. So here it is written that computer being a machine cannot do anything on its own. It requires a specific task. Further, the instructions are to be covered in a language which a machine understands. It means that the user cannot understand. It means that the user cannot communicate with the computer directly. Thus, a user requires an interface between the user and the hardware. So, basically, we can say that operating system is a type of software which is used to do what? To interact a user with computer. For example, say if you want to give command to computer to print something. So how it will be done? It will be given through the operating system to the kernel, and the kernel will give this command to the device which is printer, and the printer will give you the output which is the print. So simply operating system is nothing but a system software which will help you in interacting with computer system, because a computer cannot understand what we talk. For example, I am talking with you in English language. This language cannot be understood by computer. Computer only understand what? Computer understand the language of machine, which is 1010. That is machine language, or we can also say the binary language. Okay, so here you can see the definition of this operating system. So now next move into the next slide, and today's agenda is what is hardware, what is software, what is GUI, CLI, CUI, need of an operating system, features of function of operating system, and types of operating system. So let's move into the agenda. Number one, hardware. What is hardware? Actually, we know that before studying operating system, we should also know what are the types of hardwares and what are the types of softwares, and why we need these two things to interact with the computer. Actually, hardware is nothing but the thing which you can touch. Simply, you can see hardware devices like your desktop, then your RAM, your memory cards, and all those things are hardware which are tangible. You can say that you can touch these devices. Actually, hardware are those things which we can touch and see, but softwares are those which are not tangible. It's an intangible things. Okay, so hardware refers to the physical part of a computer that you can see and touch, including the case and everything inside it. The most important piece of hardware is the tiny rectangular chip inside the computer. Actually, you know that a computer has a thing called CPU. So what do you think? What is that CPU? That CPU is not a big box. It's the small chip inside the computer motherboard. It's kept inside the computer motherboard. For example, Intel chip or AMD ARM processor chip. So these are the chips, small chips or microprocessors, which is the brain of a computer. For example, we can say a human being when interacts with any person, or when we do any work, we require some brain, some logical thinking. So who does this logical thinking? Our brain. So like that, hardware is nothing but a brain. Sorry, hardware not. It's in processor, means the CPU chip is a brain of a computer. What does it does? It translate the computer's languages. For example, you have given a command to the computer to open any application, so that application will be open through the help of this processing software, sorry, this processing system, which is CPU. So CPU helps to interact with the computer. Now you can see that here are some devices given here, which is hardware devices. So actually these are all hardware devices. These hardware devices does what? These hardware devices is used for without these hardware devices a computer cannot work. Okay, so next come the software. What is software? Software is an intangible thing. What is software? Software is an intangible thing. Software is not a physical part of the computer, but it can be stored in the computer memory. For example, you can store this in CD or in pen drive or in hard drive or any other storage devices in your computer, you store the software. It is just a bunch of code. What is code? A codes are just, for example, you have written for example, a software called Word. Word is written in any particular language, say C language or C++ language or Visual Basic language, any other languages, because a computer understand binary language, but a human understands some human readable language, which are also called the high level language of the computer. So these with the help of these high level languages, all these programs have been written. Okay, so these programs are written to the help of these softwares are written with the help of any programs. And how these programs are running? These programs are running with the help of the software, because a software is nothing but a bunch of code, refers to the instruction or the program that tells the hardware what to do, when to do, how to do. It enhances the capability of the hardware and directs the computer to perform different operations. A word processing software that you can see, you write letters or you write many big articles with the help of these word processing software. What are these? These are all software. But actually here we want to study about system software. We are not studying about, because our agenda is to study with operating system. So what is that? An operating system is a software, but it's a system software. It's not any application through which you will be interacting, but it's a thing which will help you to interact with the computer system. Okay, so next come the type of operating system. So there are mainly 2 or 3 type of operating system, you can say. That's the GUI and CLI or CUI. What is GUI? GUI means graphical user interface. So actually graphical user interface is what? Those operating system which is graphical based and interactive in nature. In these types of, mostly you use mouse click or work on your computer. Windows is a most popular GUI in nowadays. So Windows operating system which you are using nowadays, like Windows 7 or Windows 10, these are all GUI application. Okay, and the next come CLI. What is CLI? CLI, you can say command line interface, or CUI means character user interface. Basically in old times we use MS-DOS, Microsoft Bix operating system, or in Linux we use Unix. So these are all the character user interface. Okay, these are what? The character user interface. What happens in character user interface? These are not like you are clicking with mouse and then here and going on clicking the close button and the thing is closing. No, but you have to write the command. For example, you can see in the image it's written here ipconfig, and it's giving the information of the IP addresses. So actually the no IP address is available, so it's showing ... So these are done through the help of commands. So you have to give some commands, and with the help of that commands the operation is done. Now next come the need of an operating system. So why do we need operating system? So actually you can say that we need operating system only for to know that what to do, when to do, and how to do. So these are the things which is required for a user to help to understand computer, that what to do and when to do and how to do. These are all done through the help of operating system. Say for example, if there is no brain, then a person is called mad. So like that, in operating system is a working of brain. It will help you to give instruction to the computer. So you are giving instruction to the computer, and computer will be doing the task for you with the help of your instruction. Okay, and the last thing is the features of the functions of operating system. So what are the features of operating system? Like processor management, memory management, file management, device management, security and protection, enforcement of priority system, and job control. What are all these? For example, number 1, processor management. Processor management is what? For example, an application is open, say Chrome, and Chrome is using many spaces in the memory. So what the operating system does? Operating system help the Chrome to reduce its memory stage, for example, because there are some other application also in the RAM, loaded in the RAM. So what is the work of the main work of OS is to manage the operating system. Then it does the memory management. It's just the processor management. Which process will be first, which process will be last, what to open, what not to open. File management, where the file will be kept, where the file will not be kept. Device management, what are the devices? For example, you are typing the word D from the keyboard and you are getting the result on the screen D. So these are done through device management. And then the security and protection, it's very important. For example, there are many types of different viruses coming inside the computer. So an operating system has an inbuilt antivirus system through which it's protect your computer. Now and then come the enforcement of priority system. What is this? Enforcement of priority system. It does what? It see which program to be open first and which program to be closed first, which should be open last and which should be closed last. Then the last thing is job control. Actually, the job control is what? For example, what is your job? See, whenever you go for any job, you have to do something. So like that, an operating system has some specific job and it controls different types of jobs in available in the computer system. Next come the type of OS. So there are different types of OS, say the single user OS, multi-user, GUI based, multitasking, and real-time OS. What are the single user OS? Actually, single user OS is that where only one user account will be there and only one user can use that operating system. Multi-user are different types or different user can use operating system. Say you have administrator and your own user. So it means default we have two users in the operating system. Each and every operating system have only two users, huh? Then the GUI based. What is GUI based operating system? That a graphical user interface. Say Windows 10, Windows 7, Windows XP. These are all graphical user interface. Then multitasking. What is multitasking? At a time you can do many different tasks at a time. So these are all multitasking operating system. Then real time OS. Real time OS are what? As soon as you click on anything and the thing will open automatically within that time. That is called real time. Okay. Then the last thing, in summary, we can say now that we can not use, or we can say that without an OS, a computer is just a device which is of no use. Importance of OS is very high. So I hope so that you would have understand the concept of OS and what are the different things available in OS, how does OS work. So actually these are the overview. So if you want me to create more videos on this channel, then please like, share and subscribe my channel, and I'll be meeting you in the next video. For that time, bye bye.